Hello, everybody. So today, inshallah, I will present an idea as innovative idea and innovative pedagogical approaches in teaching students literacy in higher education. So I'm Dr. غادة المرشدي, as she mentioned, and I am from the UAE University. So the idea is a useful tool used by teachers to enhance the students' engagement and participation in a classroom. This method is combined by literacy skills like listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills in a visualized form, and that's what is interesting in this method. The students, they like the environment because this environment of the method and the whole process is boosting their problem solving, their reading skills, listening, writing, and also their critical thinking skills. This method was conducted in different countries. So my research aim and objective is I try to understand and assess this idea. I try to identify the benefits and also the challenges of this method, and also to assess the perceptions of the students about the videotape story workshop method. So my research questions were around the idea of the method, the students' challenges and benefits, and also their perceptions about the idea. When I went to the literature, I found out that this method, it was originally just the story workshop method. So I tried to add more the video taped to this method. So it is an innovative way. The students can express their stories, and they can, include the digital media. So they create and share, and also share their narrated, their narrations, their narrative story, the narrative stories through the videos. So they create the videos from their stories. And as we know now, and especially with the pandemic, with the digital age, technology is useful for us as teachers and also for the students. So for this method, the student is not only recalling videos, let's say from YouTube or others, but they're creating their own videos, and they're creating and constructing their knowledge. So it's good for what? Sharing their ideas and experiences to a broader range of audience. So it's not for their classmates and their teachers. No, they can, especially when it is public, the videos, they can share it to others. And also it's beneficial for the teachers because it's like, an instructional tool that, save the efforts also and the time for the teachers, because, they can also bring all these videos that created also by students and by other teachers to share it with their students. And also the students can, share their ideas, discuss it, and participate in a classroom, and, bring up more ideas to the classroom that related to the authentic materials and related to the reality and to the real world. If we think about the teacher perception regarding this method, is, as we said, they feel it is more like, innovative ways to present like a new content to the students, and with the help of the students, because as we said, the students are also constructing knowledge and sharing their experiences. So they try to, bridge the gap between the students, previous knowledge, and also to the students, like, current knowledge, and constructing a new knowledge. And as we said, teachers can connect with other educational institutions to form more collaborative workspace. Through this process, the students try to, organize, plan, share their ideas and knowledge to the others. So through what? Through doing their, tasks and concepts, through the digital storytelling. So as we said, it's like, it's a source for strong bonding between the teachers and the students, because, they are working collaboratively together to build up and construct and create their videos at the end as a product. If we think about the student perception regarding this method, so they feel it is what more productive for them. Through this method, we have to train our students, because, for example, if we have some students doesn't know how to use, like, a type of technology or program, so we have to help them and assist them and train them how to use this program. The students, how they do it, so they start with preparing their personal narratives, for example, and incidents, and also sometimes share others, dramatic events or historical documentaries, and then they start working as a team to create their videos. So as we said, it's what is kind of a powerful instructional tools, because, sharing those digital stories through the internet allow the student to learn and also communicate with others, especially now with the social media and social networks. So they got, like, the feedback not only from their peers in the classroom or the teachers, also from others around the world. And through this, we know the students try to, adapt to the 21st century skills through the whole process of learning all these kind of literacy skills, visual skills, and also the information media and the technology. So what are the benefits and the challenges of this method? This method allows teachers and learners to collaborate together. They can work in groups and do different projects. The students, they interact, they participate, they collaborate, and also sometimes if they need some assistance from others outside, let's say the university or their context or the classroom, they can seek that help, and it is okay. With this one, we have to think about some of the cultural values and heritage that the students can, share through their classroom. We think about ethical consideration, for example, when they create their videos, what they can include, what they can, cannot include. So at the start, the students feel it is challenging task to create all these kind of videos, but after a while, after they, got trained and all that, they like it more. So as we said, at the beginning, they feel nervous, but after that, they start, to feel more comfortable to do and create their videos and share it with, others and all that. So what was my methodology? It was a mixed method. I had the quantitative with the qualitative, using the SPSS, and also using, analyzing all the interviews. So it was, I started this idea from 2012 till 2020, and now also I'm continuing this method with my other students. So I have lots of data that I shared in one of my published papers, and I'm continuing to conduct this research. So I have my primary data that I collected from the university, and I have my sampling. It was 201 students, and I have the survey as 5-point Likert scale, and I analyze it, as I said, using the SPSS. So this some of the questions, if you can see, about the students' perception about the idea. So what was my result that connected with other researchers also results that, some students like the collaboration and participation with the teachers. The students try to, prepare for their stories before, they, create their videos.
Sorry, 5 minutes left, Dr. Ghada, thank you.
The students like, sharing their ideas, their experiences with others, not only with the classmates, because, they share it in social media, like YouTubes and others. And it's all based on ethical consideration, as I mentioned, and also with cultural considerations. In a classroom, the students like, the participation, the discussion through the whole process. At the beginning, we said they were nervous, but at the end, they used to, to discuss, speak, and, start creating the videos and also share it. And they start to, accept the critique from others. So it's good for the students. So now they were like, at the end, they were less nervous. And the students, were flexible, and also the teachers. So as we said, the students is not only like, presenting like, a video from YouTube or others, but they are creating and constructing their knowledge through the videos. So they show their skills also in technical skills. So this experience for the students were like interesting for them, as I said, through the whole process. They faced some linguistic barriers at the beginning, but then they were like, learning through the whole process. Because, even for creating the videos, for example, they were like, doing like lots of rehearsal to create these videos also. And at the end, they improve also literacy skills and also academic performance. So as we said, it is what like a collaborative approach for the students and between teachers and students and also others. As we said, some students struggled from the start because, they didn't have the high quality digital like, experience, but later on they start to develop those kind of skills that they needed. And they decide what skills they want, what program they want to use. So to discuss like the whole idea of this result and discuss the outcomes of this research, is this method is interesting and we can use it. From this method, we can, at the beginning indicate what were like, the common linguistics and cultural barriers, technological barriers, and we try to train our students to support them. The student at the end, they had, some positive attitude to the skill. They believe that, they build up their knowledge and their academic skills were improved. And as you know, especially with this situation with the COVID-19, we use and we can use this method also. And it's also enjoyable for the students, especially when they can see their product at the end. And they can share it with their colleagues, and they share it with other classmates. In the future, for sure, and that's what I'm doing, we can use different, kind of, like spaces for analysis. I mean, like programs. We can use like in vivos for interviews analysis. We can use, PLS. So more like, different kind of statistical and also conducting, the analysis for both the qualitative and also quantitative. So to end up this we noticed from some of the results that 82% of the students enjoyed learning through watching videos, 50% enjoy learning via creating the videos, 60% of the students believe that they would like to use this method when learning other like courses, so they can use it for other courses. So most students had positive attitudes toward this method. At the end, because as we said from the beginning, it was not easy, it was challenging for them, and it takes time for them to get experience and learn and adapt all these technical skills and also the language that they need for these videos and for the topic for sure. Because as I said, they start with maybe reading articles. It depends on the learning outcomes of this course and the learning outcomes of the topics. So they read articles, read maybe news, to collect data and collect information for this. And this is all my reference. Thank you. So here is my name and my email. And this I have one of this paper as published, so I can share it later on if you want it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. غادة, for that really interesting presentation. And now we're going to move on to our next presenter, who is Dr.